Mr. Peabody and Sherman. Let them eat cake. Mr. Peabody was a dog, but he was also a scientist, an Olympic gold medalist, a chef, and possibly the world's smartest individual. To teach his boy Sherman all about history, Mr. Peabody created a time-traveling machine called the WABAC, pronounced WABAC. On their latest adventure, they used the WABAC to travel back in time and attend a party given by Marie Antoinette, Queen of France. Introducing the most honored and honorable Mr. Peabody and his boy, Sherman, announced the royal servant. After a quick dance with the Queen, Mr. Peabody introduced her to Sherman. "Hi, Miss Antoinette," said Sherman. "May I have some cake?" "Delighted," Marie Antoinette replied. "Let them eat cake." Unfortunately, two starving peasants overheard the Queen. They scurried off to tell the other peasants what they thought they had heard. When the Queen heard that the poor of Paris could not even buy bread, she said, "Let them eat cake," yelled one man, spreading the rumor. "It's a scandal, an outrage," added another. "Down with the Queen and the monarchy!" The people roared as they raised their torches in protest. Viva la Revolution! Crash! When a brick flew through a window, Mr. Peabody knew it was time to leave. After bidding farewell to the Queen, he found that Sherman had wandered off. Mr. Peabody found Sherman munching on cake in the kitchen. "Sherman, don't you remember why I told you to stay close to me during the French Revolution?" "Because after the French Revolution, it's gonna rain," answered Sherman. "Close," I said. "After the French Revolution comes the Reign of Terror," replied Mr. Peabody, just as a mob of angry peasants stormed in. "Round up the aristocrats!" they yelled, pointing to Mr. Peabody. Mr. Peabody was hauled off to the public square. The mob was shouting, "Punish him!" Things looked grim for Mr. Peabody as Sherman forced his way to the front of the crowd. "Mr. Peabody, what should I do?" yelled Sherman. "Nothing, Sherman," said Mr. Peabody. "Everything's going to be fine. Just stay right there." "Off with his head!" ordered Robespierre, one of the leaders of the revolution. The blade of the guillotine dropped. Robespierre reached down for Mr. Peabody's head and was shocked to find a cantaloupe instead. Mr. Peabody had escaped. "Get that dog!" he yelled. "Mr. Peabody, how'd you escape?" asked Sherman as they ran through the sewer. "Simple, really," replied Mr. Peabody. "I noticed the sewer lid beneath the guillotine platform, noted the loose board under the basket, and swiped the executioner's melon to give me the added weight to tip the board so I could make my exit." Suddenly, Robespierre appeared in front of them with his troops. "Aha! I've got you now!" he cried. "All right, Sherman, looks like it's time for a little pop quiz in the art of fencing," said Mr. Peabody, preparing to fight. Sherman cried out, "Attack! Parry! Thrust! Remiss!" Robespierre was a talented swordsman, but he was no match for Mr. Peabody. Before long, Mr. Peabody had disarmed and defeated his foe, but Robespierre's troops were still ready to battle. Mr. Peabody tossed his sword at the remaining troops. The sword missed everyone but pierced the pipe behind him. "Ha ha, you missed," they taunted him. "I never miss," replied Mr. Peabody as water began to trickle out of the pipe. Suddenly, the pipe burst, sending a wave of water racing through the sewer. "Hop on," said Mr. Peabody, using a sewer cap to surf the wave. "Do you smell that, Sherman?" "It wasn't me, Mr. Peabody," replied Sherman. "I know it wasn't you. It's the methane gas in the sewer system, and we're about to use it to blast out of here. Hang on!" Mr. Peabody scraped the wall with the metal sewer cap, causing sparks, which ignited the gas, and kaboom! Wow, said Sherman as they blasted out of the sewer and into the sky. They rode the silver cap like a snowboard down a tall tree and landed safely on the ground. So what did we learn today? Asked Mr. Peabody. That the French Revolution was crazy. When Mrs. Antoinette said let them eat cake, she wasn't talking about the poor. She was talking about us, replied Sherman. Yes, the history we find in books and films is often filled with misunderstandings, half-truths, and sometimes downright lies. That's why I built you the WABAC, said Mr. Peabody. Where are we going to go tomorrow? Asked Sherman. Ancient Rome? The Wild West? No, Sherman. Tomorrow's adventure is one that you're going to be taking all on your own, replied Mr. Peabody. It's your first day at school.